It's been too long. What up, my homigos? About a week and a half-ish ago, I asked you guys on Instagram what video series, what skill video series do you want to see next? And you guys picked pistol squats. And at first I was like, I don't know about pistol squats, but it's gonna be different. This is gonna be a different video series. I'm excited for it. If you guys haven't been through a video series before, what we're gonna do is we're gonna release a video a week. We're gonna go through progressions. For this skill, the pistol squat, did you guys realize you signed up for more of like a mobility program when you picked this skill? Which I love. That is the pro to all of this. Whether you're trying to get your first pistol squat, or you just need help with your squat mobility. I mean, this is gonna be like a double win for all of us. We're gonna get closer to this fancy skill, as well as just making our squat mobility better, hopefully get our knees and our hips and our ankles more mobile. Let me bring over my board. I'm not done with it. I'm not done with this beautiful artwork. I'm planning on our pistol squat program to go for about 8-ish weeks. If I feel like I want to add 1 or 2 to the end, we'll do it. But I think 8 is going to be plenty. First 4 being a lot more mobility, strength accessory, trying to get our range of motion through our ankles, our knees, our hips as much as possible. When we get to the back half of this program, the last 4 weeks, that's when we're going to start really getting strong. Moving forward with our pistol squat video series. Here we go on week 1. So here's how the weeks are gonna roll. I have 3 days per week set up. 2 really solid work days where you're gonna do some mobility and some type of strength accessory. 3rd day of the week that I have, just like a bonus mobility. Really, we should be stretching something every single day. If you need a general mobility program, I got that for you on $5 Fitness. So each video you get each week, we'll go over day 1, day 2, and then that bonus mobility. So let's get into it. I'm gonna start over here on the box. You guys need to get really familiar with this first stretch. This is box pigeon. This is our go-to hip stretch that helps everyone that's suffering from the lower back tightness. 30-inch box I have sitting right here. One leg, you swing it up, you hold it at a 90-degree angle, and this is gonna start stretching your glute. You're gonna feel it right in this big glute muscle right here. I'm already starting to feel the stretch as I'm letting my knee fall towards the box. If you're on the more mobile side, what you can do is flatten out your back and start leaning over that front leg, and that's gonna give you even more stretch. I'm gonna show you guys my right side. It's actually way stronger than my left side, but it takes me a hot minute to get into this pigeon stretching. A lot of us starting this pistol cycle might look something like this. If you got a lot of space under this knee right here, you're gonna have a lot of work to do on your hip mobility. Box pigeon is gonna be the way to go. If this is too much on this 30-inch box, just lower the box and it'll put your leg at a little bit more comfortable spot. The other stretch we're gonna go to is a minute of dragon's pose. This is the other major stretch that's gonna help you big time in this pistol program. Dragon's pose is for your ankles, your calves, getting your knee to be able to fall over your front toe. Trying to improve this angle right here. The more I can get my knee falling over my front toe without this heel popping off the ground, man, you're gonna be cruising on your pistol squats. If you get really comfortable in dragon's pose and wanna help out this stretch a little bit more, you can, 1, take your chest and let it fall over your front knee. That'll be a little bit more weight over that front toe. Or I like to do this when I'm feeling a little bit warmer. I usually don't start it right off the get-go. Is I take a moderate kettlebell and I'll put it on top of that knee so it helps kind of let that knee fall over that front toe. If you're really tight through your calves and your Achilles, don't start with this because I find if you jump into it too fast, it's not gonna feel so great. Go through that 1 to 2 times, being that we're at the start of everything, trying to hit it twice. Minute of box pigeon on each side, minute of dragon's pose, try to go through that twice. And then on day 1, we're getting to our work. Get this guy out of here. I'm gonna bring you guys closer. We're gonna do some counterbalance squats. What we're getting started with to kick off our pistol squat program is making sure you can do a squat with 2 legs on the ground first. I want some counterbalance squats first. So some of us might be able to just hold one light weight out in front of you, have your feet flat on the ground, and then get to the bottom of your squat as low as you can go, maintaining your 4 points of performance. Quick review. You know your 4 points of performance. Starting from the ground, we need to have our feet flat with the weight in the back sides of our heels. Then moving up to your knees. Your knees stay tracking over your toes. They don't fall inwards, they don't drive too hard outwards. Hip crease is supposed to go below my knee. Along with that, I want this depth, but I don't want to lose that curve in my lumbar spine. I want to make sure my chest is as tall as I can, so I keep my back flat and my belly tight as I'm sitting low into the bottom of those squats. When you're doing your squats with your counterbalance weight and you need an extra plate to maybe raise your heels up, perfectly fine. Let's just get sitting low, pulling your chest tall, and being able to be comfortable down here in the bottom of your squat. Squat, hold 1, 2, 3, stand, squat, hold 1, 2, 3. Just on day 1, you're also gonna couple that with some seated leg lifts. It's for your hip flexors. Your leg is hovering off the ground. You have to be able to hold that leg up with some strong hip flexors. It can be a kettlebell, dumbbell, shoe, dog. Possibilities are endless. Take one leg, go up and over the weight, one way, up and over the weight the other way. Boop, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way to 10. And that'll be your 2 work pieces for day 1. Counterbalance squats for 6 reps, and 10 of these leg lifts total. Only do 5 on each side. Try to get through 3 rounds of that. But before we get into the fun stuff of day 2, obviously we have to stretch. Hip 90-90s are first. Hip 90-90s, I start here. My feet in my wide squat stance, like outside of my hips. I'm gonna let my knees fall to 2 90-degree angles on one side. Then I'm gonna butterfly or flare those legs out until I roll all the way to the other side. This is a hip 90-90. You're gonna do 10 reps to start day 2. You can get a stack of plates and elevate your booty. Round is gonna make it a little bit easier to let those knees fall to either side. That's if you're really struggling on those 90-90s and need a way to scale it. So what we're gonna do is I have my slant board right here. If you don't have a slant board, it's not that big of a deal. You can do the same exercise with your heels elevated on like a 45-pound plate, a pretty big plate that you can get your heels up pretty high. You face downhill. 5 to 8 reps of these cycler squats. I'm not sure exactly. I can't remember at this moment, but you guys get the idea. We are coupling that with your 90-90s. Get through 2 to 3 sets of your hip 90-90s plus your cycle squats. Cossack squats might be my favorite strength accessory piece of all time. We're gonna start with an easier version. We're gonna take a post, stand right in the middle of it. High post, love you. Widen my feet into like an exaggerated wide sumo stance to get ready for this. What I'm gonna do next is I'm just gonna lightly hold on to the post because it's just gonna assist me as I'm trying to get as low as I can in these Cossack squats, maintaining my 4 points of performance, which we already talked about. And I'm gonna start squatting to one side. Hold the post, sit back into that hip, down into that one side, and then stand all the way up. Super slow and controlled. This is not a fast movement. This is me focusing on my depth, keeping my chest up. My knee is over my toe. My heel is flat. Wow! 4 points of performance once again. And about 8 of these reps is plenty. Post Cossack squat is really the only major thing you're gonna do on your second day of work of week 1. We are pretty much done with the meat of week 1. You're hitting that bonus 3rd day. You get another round of box pigeon, another round of dragon stretching, and another round, excuse me, I was burping, hip 90-90s to wrap up just some like end of the week mobility, get yourself feeling good if you're a little bit sore from the work we did throughout the week, or just prepping yourself for a good week 2, because that's gonna come up fast. Whew, this pistol squat program is gonna be big. I like it. Consistency over the week and over the 8-ish weeks that we're gonna have is gonna get you your pistol squats and get you more mobile and get you feeling good and get you anywhere you wanna be. I'll see you guys